Well, good morning. It's Mark Lanier with your video thought for the day. So this morning when I woke up, I was thinking about the day and all I had to do and what was unfolding in front of me. And I was thinking about it also in terms of this week where I've thought about bookends in the Bible, kind of reciprocal ideas that are found in different places, if you will. And the verse that I was thinking about this morning comes out of a book called Lamentations. Now, Lamentations is an Old Testament book that's a lament. It's almost a dirge. It's a very sad, in a way, melancholy book that's written to mourn. But there's this amazing passage tucked inside it. It's found in chapter 3. And it says, you may recognize this passage, but you'll think, I didn't know that was in a lamentation, in a lamenting. And the passage says, the steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. Pause for a moment. The steadfast love. This is God's committed, enduring love. It never ceases. Then the verse continues. His mercies never come to an end. They are new every morning. And I love that. The newness of the mercies of God are new and fresh for you. If you're watching this in the morning, they're new and fresh for you this morning. If you're watching this in the afternoon or evening, they're still new and fresh to you, and they will be tomorrow morning and every morning. When you wake up, His mercies never come to an end. They are new every morning. You're walking in the mercies of God. Now, what does this have to do with a bookend? Well, early in the Bible, the first story told of human beings is told of Adam and Eve. And Adam is made, and then Eve is made from his rib. And Adam sins, rebels against God, and turns away from God. He's in need of God's steadfast love and mercies as much as anybody there is. And if that was the end of the story, if sin and death and all the wretchedness that goes with sin and death, if it had just come in through Adam and God was through with us, then we'd have an existence in this world, I guess, for a little while. But we'd die and it would be done. And bad things would happen and we'd have no hope. And it would be a pretty miserable life if God just let us live with no mercy at the end of the day. But God doesn't. He sends Jesus. And here's the other bookend. Paul says in 1 Corinthians 15 that just as sin and death and everything came into the world through Adam, through one man, so life, forgiveness, hope, mercy came into the world through the acts of one man, Jesus. In fact, Paul says that Jesus is the last or the new Adam in that way, the new life-giving being from whom we all draw life, not simply Eve from Adam's rib. And it's a bookend. But it's a bookend that in the middle of the book in Lamentations tells us what's going on. And that's the rest of the verse in Lamentations that I didn't fully quote to you. The steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. His mercies never come to an end. They are new every morning. Great is thy faithfulness. And then the lamenter says, the Lord is my portion, says my soul. Therefore I will trust and hope in him. And that's what I'm going through today with. Not only are his mercies new, but through Christ I have life, I have hope, I have deliverance from all of the messes of this world, because God's faithfulness is great and he is my portion. He will sustain me today, and he will you too. That's your bookend and your video thought for the day. More coming tomorrow, God willing.